You know, for years, we've thought of cybercrime as something pretty straightforward. They steal data, right? Passwords, credit cards, maybe some crypto. But what if the target wasn't just your data anymore? What if the target was your digital self, your AI assistant? We're about to dive into a totally new kind of heist, one where the prize is something incredibly personal. And look, that might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's the chilling reality of a brand new type of attack. The stakes have been raised. We're not just talking about losing access to an account anymore. We're talking about losing the very blueprint of your digital life. This is really the beginning of AI identity theft. So here's what happened. The security firm Hudson Rock flagged what at first looked like a totally routine malware infection. But when they dug in, they realized this thing wasn't just grabbing the usual files. This malware exfiltrated the entire configuration environment of a personal AI agent called openclaw. This was a real landmark moment, a huge shift in how malware operates. And this slide, it shows you that shift perfectly. For years, attackers have been hunting for these specific files, right? Your password databases, your browser cookies, your crypto wallets. But now, they've figured out they can get all of that and so much more by just targeting one single directory, .openclaw. It's a huge pivot from stealing a bunch of separate keys to stealing the master keyring and the hand that holds it. So how'd they do it? And what exactly did they get away with? Let's follow the digital breadcrumbs, starting with the technical stuff, the brain and the keys of the whole operation. The entire investigation really hinged on this one file. Tucked away inside that stolen .openclaw directory, investigators found the first piece of the puzzle, the crown jewel that would unlock everything else. Hudson Rock called this file the agent's central nervous system, and honestly, that's the perfect way to describe it. It holds the gateway authentication token. That's basically the master password that lets the agent talk to all the big cloud AI services on your behalf. It's the core of its operational brain. And with just this one file, the damage is, well, immediate. An attacker can connect directly to your local AI instance, or even worse, they can use that stolen token to pretend to be you to all those cloud AI models. They effectively become your digital agent. But stealing the brain wasn't enough. The malware also went after the agent's unique identity. You could almost call it its digital passport. So if openclaw.json is the brain, then device.json is its digital ID. It contains these cryptographic keys that prove your specific computer is who it says it is. This is a fundamental part of modern security, trusting the machine itself. By stealing that private key, an attacker can perfectly impersonate the victim's trusted computer, letting them waltz right past security checks that are designed to stop exactly this kind of thing. It's like having a forged passport and a perfect copy of their fingerprint. Every system just trusts you're the real deal. Okay, so the attacker has the agent's brain and its passport. That's bad. Really bad. But the breach didn't stop there. This is where it goes from a technical compromise to something deeply, deeply personal. This is where the story takes a turn into the truly bizarre. Because the next files they stole weren't about authentication or identity in the technical sense. They were about, well, character. Investigators found this file, and you're not going to believe the name, soul.md. Now, this is not a standard config file you'd find in most software. It's unique to these advanced agents, and its purpose is, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. This file literally defines the AI's personality. It has all the instructions on how it should behave, what tone it should use, its core principles, even its ethical guardrails. It's the agent's conscience, its whole character just written down in a text file. And get this, in this specific case, the stolen soul file had this one chilling instruction. It told the agent to be bold when it came to reading and organizing the user's private life, their files, their emails, their chats. So the attacker didn't just steal a personality. They stole a personality that was explicitly designed to be woven into the user's most private data. So if the soul file is the agent's personality, then the memory files are its life experience. And you guessed it, the malware took those too. Think of these files as the agent's diary. They've got everything it's learned and done. Summaries of your documents, logs of your conversations, notes from your meetings, your calendar entries. It's an incredibly detailed, organized blueprint of your professional and personal life. So when you combine the stolen soul and the stolen memory, the result is just devastating. The attacker doesn't just have random data, they have context. They understand how you think, how you write, what you're working on. This lets them craft a phishing email so perfect, you might fall for it yourself. Or they could just clone your agent's entire personality and life history on their own machine. All right, let's pull all of this together. This is not just another Infostealer story. What this incident really shows us is that the AI agent itself has become the single most valuable target on your machine. And the craziest part is how brutally simple the attack was. It wasn't some sophisticated zero-day hack against the AI. Just a standard piece of malware got onto the machine and copied a folder. That's it. But in that one folder was everything an attacker needed to basically reconstruct a digital mirror of the victim. And the difference from a traditional attack is just stark. A typical breach is linear, right? They steal your password, you reset it, problem solved. But an agent compromise is what experts call a fat-tailed risk. One small breach snowballs into dozens of connected services. The cleanup isn't just resetting one password, it's rotating dozens and dozens of secrets all across your entire digital life. And this really gets to the psychological trap we're all in. We think of our AI agents as helpful partners, right? Not as a central vault that holds the keys to our entire digital kingdom. We don't treat its config files with the same paranoia we do our password manager. But as we've just seen, maybe we should. It's become an attack concentrator. Ultimately, this whole case reveals a critical blind spot for all of us. We spent years becoming experts at securing our devices, our laptops, our phones, but we've completely overlooked this new, more abstract layer that's running on top of them. We forgot to secure the digital mind we're building, and now attackers are learning how to steal its soul.